How's it going, everybody? It's Merc here. Today I'm going to do a pretty quick review on a gun that I recently bought about 4 or 5 months ago. And so, without further ado, here I have an Excel Arms Accelerator rifle. It's made right here in the U.S. According to this, it's made in Chino, California. I bought this gun about 4 or 5 months ago, pretty much off a whim. I looked online. There's a bunch of pictures of it from the actual website. Not too many people did any reviews on it. No video reviews. I think there's one other, fatter guy with a red beard doing a review on a 17 HMR. But no one actually had, no good, conclusive reviews on this gun. I saw pictures of it. I saw words. There wasn't anything big. I know I'm not shooting today. Maybe in a couple weeks I will. But I'm going to go through the basic breakdown of the gun. I'm not going to take it apart. But maybe if you guys, comment, you want to see it taken apart, I can do that. But for right now, I'm just going to go through pros and the cons of the gun. So let's start off with the good stuff. The gun weighs about 8 pounds. It's pretty light. It's got a bull barrel, so it's going to hold the heat. It's going to hold pressure. It's going to keep that bullet going where you want it to go at a much better distance for rim fire. The barrel itself is also fluted, which is supposed to help with some heating issues. It's supposed to expel the heat a little bit better, but I don't think it really has that much of a difference. The gun comes with a one-piece aluminum shroud. So from here to here is just one piece aluminum, straight down to this hard polymer plastic, which brings me to the hard polymer plastic. It's not bad. I like it. I like it good enough to like the gun. The aesthetics is nice. I'm not sure really what this thing is for, but I don't carry it like that. That's awkward. I guess it's purely for aesthetics. I like the ergonomics of the pistol grip, the ergonomics of the whole rail system itself. It shoots good. It's reliable. You don't really have to clean it because it's all stainless steel. It chambers real good. It comes with a 9-round mag, which is sitting right here. If you look at it, I got 10 rounds in there. I wasn't happy with the 9-round mag. I live in New York State, so what I did was I popped this little button on the bottom. You press that button, pull this out, spring shoots out. This orange piece right here shoots out, and you sand the orange piece down to your desired capacity of rounds. So I went to 10 because that's all I'm allowed to have, and I drilled the second hole because this piece is actually pretty darn important. And what this does is it goes into the hole in the orange clip for the magazine, the autoloader, and you have to pull it down when you're loading because you can't just keep slipping them in. It's because it has a really, really high tension spring in it. If you're wondering why, my best conclusion is if you guys know rim fires, you see that rim right there? Those rims will get caught on each other. So the only way to really get that bullet in and out is to push as high as it can go in the clip, so it can get chambered. And when the carry bolt comes through, it's gonna catch that. That's gonna overcompensate between the pressure going up and forward. It's gonna compensate to get past the actual rims itself. It's just this angle is it's not really ideal for what you're trying to do with this. So I bought this gun primarily for home defense. We got robbed $600 from my cash box, and it hurts. So it makes you really realize if I spend that $600 on this, and those people they came into my house while I was here, who knows what could happen to me. So I keep this next to my bed, and it's really just me being paranoid, I suppose. The caliber's perfect. There's not gonna be any recoil inside, outside, plinking or anything. So you can just keep shooting and shooting, whether it is for home defense or you just want to have fun with it. The gun takes whatever little recoil there is. The buttstock is pretty ergonomic. It's not fantastic, but if you look at it, it's sitting on my shoulder appropriately. The gun is close, real close. I don't have the extremely wide chest, but if you take a look at this, I mean, the length of my arm, it doesn't exceed past the length of my arm, which is good because I have an AK, which is, it's longer, it's heavier, you're holding the weight a lot different. It's not really a home defense weapon, which is why I bought this. This thing, I can shoot 150 to 200 yards pretty accurate, which is pretty crazy with the 22. It holds its velocity, it holds its knockdown power. That's a 40 grain. What I got in here is a 40 grain CCI FMJ round. Definitely does the trick. I love CCI. They've always treated me right. Now the bad things about this gun. There are some few bad things. When you get this gun, take it apart, lube everything up, make sure everything's clean, it's not over tightened, there's no rust in it. When I bought this gun, it wasn't from the dealership, my gun dealer. He said he just got it in, so I bought it right there as soon as I knew it just came in. Brought it home, took it apart because I saw someone said something about it wasn't lubricated. Took it all apart and nothing was lubricated. It was all steel on steel. It's not a bad thing, but if you want your gun to last, you're going to want to lubricate everything. So if you're taking a look, I don't know if you can see this very well, but there's a screw right there that you unscrew, and then there's one right here, and this whole aluminum shroud comes right off. Actually, you have to take this charging handle bolt off too. It's all the same size. So this whole thing comes off as soon as you take off the charging handle, and then you have access to the carrier bolt, the recoil spring, all the goodies on the inside, the slide. You want to make sure that's lubed up too. When I got mine, I took it apart, realized it wasn't lubed it all up, went out right to the range, started shooting it. The rest of it to take it apart, don't look at this 20mm rail. I just put that on there. I screwed it into the stock. If you're going to do something like that, be careful. I did that so I could put a split grip on it for, a split grip bipod. But there's one right in the middle there. There's one there, and then there's one right here inside of the trigger hole. And that pulls the bottom apart so you can get access to the trigger. It's pretty much just a two-piece construction for this frame, which is awesome. You don't got to diddle around with a bunch of stuff. It's right back to the the simple basics, which I love in guns. I have a 702 Plinkster that I first got last year, and it's got all kinds of nonsense to it. Like, you don't need all that extra stuff. There's a little springs, there's little rivets, there's little pins. Think in a 22, that 22, there's like 8 or 9 pins that you have to push through to take the whole thing apart. No, way over excessive. Just go back to the basics. But this gun, it's great. It's close, it's cheap. I bought it for $525, and the accessories I put on it, I got a 20mm Picatinny rail. I bought off of eBay for like $4 from China. Don't hate on the China stuff. I work on a budget just as well as everybody else. I bought this tri-rail off of eBay. It was like $20. 9 LED flashlight, which was only $10. It came with a mount. They came with 2 different mounts. That's why I bought it, because I have the other mount sitting inside. And then I bought a pressure switch laser sight, which came from China. But the price is right, and that came with 2 different mounts. So I have 2 extra mounts sitting around. But if you're looking, I got the whole pressure switch sitting right here. So when I wrap my hand around the gun, it's not my thumb sending it off. Which, when people shoot, including me, when I'm shooting, I get real anxious and I start gripping down on my thumb. Whereas my hand stays comfortable, because you don't want to pull the trigger, you want to squeeze the trigger. For everybody who shoots guns, you don't want to jerk that trigger back. You screw yourself up. So if you're looking at it, the aesthetics of the gun is right. They did a great job building this in California. The trigger's light. There's not a lot of extra bullshit to this gun that's gonna that needs to be discerned at all. It's the basic understanding. It's got a thumb safety. Now that I'm looking at it, sorry, I'm skipping everywhere. It's got a thumb safety sitting right here, on off, and then it's got a bolt lock right here. So if you're looking at it, when you pull the bolt back, pull that up, it's going to lock that bolt carrier right where it is. So that way you can keep it open. And then when you don't want it on, just there you go, just like that. So my overall review is, if you're looking at this gun, definitely buy it. Apparently they're hard to come by, and the rounds are right, the price is right, the aesthetics is right, and it's comfortable, which is something you really want to have when you have a gun. But if you guys have any questions, I know I'm not shooting today. Maybe next week. I got some quarter-inch circle steel plates I want to shoot, and some aluminum plates, and I want to kind of test out, you know, the FMJ, the Maxi Mag, some Hornady VMAX rounds, which I did buy. Those Hornady VMAX are some pretty nasty rounds. They're a polymer tip, and they travel at 2,200 feet per second, which sets off tannerite. So I have set off tannerite with a 22, which is pretty insane if you stop and think about it. So, but if you guys got any questions, comments, leave them in the section below. Give me a couple likes. I'd really like to get a channel started. I got a bunch of other guns I'm going to do a review on. If I get enough likes and enough comments, I'll do something special. All right. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll do something special. So, like I said, comments, likes, much appreciated. Thanks, everybody.